What's up, guys? So I've definitely been lacking in the video department on this thing. As you saw, I only posted one video on this, and there's a whole list of stuff that I did. That's everything that cost me money. There's a whole bunch of free stuff that I did. That's not for this. But today, I'm wiring up some lights. I already got this wired up to the headlight. That was a big fiasco, but I got it. And I got some lights, and I had to take them apart and switch them around, as you see right here. I'm just about to do that. So that way I can have the letters on both sides, and that way they don't look like this. It'll all make sense once I weld it up. But I've got this through a rod that's in there, which is an ingenious idea. And then I'm gonna weld it all together. So you'll see the final product here in a minute. So you can see now they're symmetrical. Before they were both like this, but this one, I flipped that inside thing around. That way they'll look symmetrical on my front. So what I've got to do is just weld this right on the end here, and then I can rotate it either which way, and then I'll just cut the other side and measure off of this side. It'll all work out. So because this is aluminum, as you can see, I already tried to weld it. I just got to put the rod right across the nail, right across the nut. That way I can weld it onto the nut, because the nuts, it's already on there. So if that makes any sense, we're gonna do it. So I've got both mounts welded on. This light I just put in to make sure both of them were straight and the rod was straight, so that's good. I got the rod welded in up there. You can see it right there, yep, welded. And then now, since I didn't test that one, but they're the same, like the same width on both sides and the same angle. So now I will fully weld it. This will be impossible to take off once I cut it. So then I just gotta chop this end off, that way it's more smooth, but it's going well, so that's good. So something terrible happened. This metal rod right here that was actually on the plastic that I welded to was mounted to plastic, and it got too hot right there. So on that side it started melting a little bit, but on this side it completely melted off. So now I gotta remount them somewhere. I'll probably just run 2 rods out from here. It's just kind of funny though. So I am just gonna say screw it and weld this straight to the frame. I can still get to my swing arm bolts, or my control arms, and to my bumper bolts. So we're good. I'm just gonna weld it right to the frame. I'm just saying screw it. I'm gonna measure it out, but whatever. I mean, you can definitely tell she's bright. You can see I got it all wired up in here. Just gotta make it look nicer. Powered by the key. Nice switch. Then that's high, that's low. I don't know why I wired them to low. Does not make any sense, but that's fine. Boom, just like that. So once it cools down a little bit more, I gotta paint up all my welds. And real quick, I'm just gonna try and zip tie this, because this is all pretty vulnerable, so. And then before I do that, I'm gonna show you everything that I have done to this. So far, I have added a brand new exhaust shield on here. I have grips, bark busters wired in that light. I have also cut the bars, make them a little bit shorter, and I also, because this is something to prevent vibration, end caps, and these grips were not long enough. And you can't move anything outwards on here because I want to keep this cap. So what I did, I didn't take any pictures, it's really hard to explain, but I just cut the bar, and then slid out that thing, and then slid it back in and did a shorter cut and welded it. So it's a little bit hard to explain, but it's good nonetheless. I bought a brand new carburetor, $290, because the old one was $40. It was a cheap Chinese one. I have the package over there. What else did I do? Oh, new rear brake pads, and I have new front. In here, I have new front pads. This is everything for the DRZ. New front pads, and then the owner's manual. And the shifter's for a different thing, but if I like the shifter, I'm gonna buy a brand new shifter. That's a little bit off topic. So this is finalized. Here, one quick thing that I did is heat tape the plastics and my master cylinder, just because that's near the exhaust. Hey guys, what's up? So that last clip kind of got cut short. I didn't really explain a whole lot, but I did end up bringing it to the new headquarters. Let me show you guys real quick. We've got all of these stalls to ourselves, so we're gonna take down 3 of them. That end one and those 2 end ones, trying to make a little workshop. And then some of these stalls we're gonna use as storage. This one is obviously got the DRZ and my CRF, my helmets, and it doesn't fit on the outside door, but it does fit through this door, but that would kind of be pointless. So with the other quads, I'm just gonna keep this out. So my lights ended up working. I took it for a quick drive last night and the lights did good. So I didn't get any clips of this thing running, all because it doesn't like to shift. It needs a new clutch. I was doing a bunch of tests with it, like to see what it could be. We adjusted the clutch, we looked at the shifter, and it only shifts good when it's off. So that was the main concern, and that means it needs a new clutch. Now that's no issue in the price department, because they're only like $100. It's the fact of the engine cover is insanely hard to get to, especially here, because I don't have much tools. This whole thing, the clutch is just that little circle. Normally in Hondas, you just gotta pull off that little circle. This whole thing I gotta take off now, so. So the next video is going to be tearing apart the engine and the clutch. I hope you all enjoyed.